Dear sisters and brothers, I'm here to speak up for the right of education of every child. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. Education is the only solution. Education first. Thank you.
Malala Yousafzai is a young activist who fought for the education of Pakistani girls. She was named after passionate poetess and warrior woman Malala of Maiwand. She was born on July 12, 1997 in Swat Valley, Pakistan. Her parents are Tor Pikai and Ziauddin Yousafzai. She went to Edgbaston High School and is attending Oxford University in the UK, which is where she is currently living in. She spoke out publicly against the Taliban and their prohibition on the education of girls and has been engaged in activist work since age 11. So why has she been doing this at such a young age? Let's start from the beginning. In 2007, Swat Valley was taken over by the Taliban. The Taliban is a fundamentalist Muslim movement that is known for terrorizing and taking over countries in the Middle East. They were very strict with how they wanted people and countries to be. There were restrictions and bans of all kinds, and people weren't allowed to do the things that they could before. Women were huge victims of this. There was a long list of things women were banned from doing, from talking to a male who was not a close relative like a father, brother, or husband, to showing their ankles, to even laughing out loud in public. They were discouraged from getting an education and working outside their home. Malala feared this. She feared a life where she couldn't have an education, couldn't have a job she wanted, where she would be married with kids at a young age, and just be overall controlled. She feared a life that many women around the world live right now. Despite the Taliban discouraging it, Malala Yousafzai wanted to continue to have an education. She developed a secret route to school to avoid being caught by the Taliban. Her father, founder of many schools, attempted to educate other girls secretly as well. In 2009, BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, approached her father, Ziauddin, in search for someone to blog about their life under Taliban rule. At age 12, Malala began writing for BBC about her daily life under the name Gul Makai. She wrote from January to the beginning of March. On December of the same year, it became apparent that Malala was a BBC blogger due to her television appearances in Capital Talk and documentaries like Class Dismissed and A Schoolgirl's Odyssey. With her identity revealed, she began to receive recognition for activism. On October 9, 2012, Malala was riding home from school with her friends. A masked gunman came and asked for Malala. He shot her in the left side of her head. The bullet traveled down her neck and was so close to her brain that her brain began to swell. She was in critical condition. She was taken to a hospital in Peshawar and got a portion of her skull removed to treat her swelling brain. Although she was already being treated, Malala needed to be transferred to another hospital for surgery. She was airlifted to Birmingham, England to receive further care and fortunately survived. The shooting incident resulted in protests against the Taliban and massive support for Yousafzai. Gordon Brown introduced a petition which led to the ratification of Pakistan's first right to education bill. In October 2014, Malala Yousafzai won the Nobel Peace Prize with Indian children's rights activist Kailash Satyarthi. Yousafzai is the youngest person to receive this award. She was nominated in 2013 but didn't win. Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif congratulated her, saying, "She is the pride of Pakistan. She has made her countrymen proud. Her achievement is unparalleled and unequaled. Girls and boys of the world should take lead from her struggle and commitment." Malala Yousafzai is still an advocate for girls' education and publicly speaks out about the situation and other issues in the world like human rights. She co-founded a fundraiser with her father called the Malala Fund, in which all the money donated will go and help girls around the world start an education. The priority countries are Pakistan, Afghanistan, India, Nigeria, and countries housing Syrian refugees like Lebanon and Jordan. She's raised at least $7 million from the fundraiser. Not only that, but she also opened a school on her 18th birthday. It's located in Bekaa Valley, Lebanon. It's a secondary school that will serve more than 200 Syrian refugee girls from ages 14 to 18. Malala is a great activist who, in her 20 years of living, has inspired numerous people and has done a lot to make this world a better place. She's a role model to many, including me. And if she still isn't one of yours even after watching this video, there's something wrong with you. Just kidding.
Yeah. take a minute to count your blessings. Okay, we back from that. I know I've changed, my attitude's doing acrobats. A lot invested in something that got no actions back. I know y'all feel